I'm here today to talk to you about the evolution of the bicycle and motorcycle. These two vehicles have had a profound impact on our society, and their history is fascinating. The bicycle was invented in the early 19th century. The first bicycles were very simple, and they were difficult to ride. But over time, they became more sophisticated, and they became a popular form of transportation. By the early 20th century, bicycles were being used for everything from commuting to racing. The motorcycle was invented in the late 19th century. Motorcycles were originally powered by steam engines, but they soon switched to gasoline engines. Motorcycles quickly became popular, and they were used for both transportation and recreation. Both bicycles and motorcycles have evolved significantly over the years. Today, there are bicycles and motorcycles for all types of riders. There are bicycles for commuting, racing, and touring. There are motorcycles for commuting, off-road riding, and racing. Bicycles and motorcycles are both environmentally friendly vehicles. They don't produce emissions, and they don't require gasoline. This makes them a great option for people who are looking for a sustainable way to get around. Bicycles and motorcycles are also fun to ride. They're a great way to get exercise, and they can be a lot of fun to take on long rides. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the evolution of the bicycle and motorcycle. These two vehicles have had a major impact on our society, and they're still popular today. In addition to the points I've already mentioned, I'd like to add that bicycles and motorcycles are also great for social interaction. They're a great way to meet new people and make friends. And they can be a lot of fun to ride with friends. I encourage you to get out and ride a bicycle or motorcycle today. It's a great way to get exercise, have fun, and help the environment. Here are some additional details about the evolution of the bicycle and motorcycle. The first bicycle was invented in 1817 by Karl von Drais, a German inventor. Dreis's bicycle was called a Draisen, and it was powered by the rider's feet. The Draisen was not very popular, but it is considered to be the first bicycle. In 1863, the first commercially successful bicycle was invented by Pierre Michaud, a French blacksmith. Michaud's bicycle was called a Velocipede, and it had pedals and a crank. The Velocipede was much more popular than the Draisen, and it quickly became a popular form of transportation. In the late 1800s, several improvements were made to the bicycle. These improvements included pneumatic tires, chain drives, and derailleur gears. These improvements made bicycles faster, more comfortable, and easier to ride. By the early 1900s, bicycles were being used for everything from commuting to racing. The bicycle had a major impact on society in the early 1900s. It gave people a new way to travel, and it helped to break down social barriers. Bicycles were often used by women and by people of color, who were previously unable to participate in other forms of transportation. The bicycle also had a positive impact on the environment. It is a non-polluting form of transportation, and it helped to reduce traffic congestion. The bicycle has continued to evolve in the 20th and 21st centuries. Today, there are bicycles for all types of riders, including road bikes, mountain bikes, and BMX bikes. Bicycles are also used for recreation, racing, and transportation. The bicycle is a simple invention with a big impact. It has changed the way we live our lives, and it is a sustainable form of transportation that is still popular today. The first motorcycle was invented in 1885 by Gottlieb Daimler, a German engineer. Daimler's motorcycle was powered by a gasoline engine, and it had two wheels and a frame. The motorcycle was not very popular at first, but it quickly became more popular as the gasoline engine improved. In the early 1900s, several improvements were made to the motorcycle. These improvements included better engines, brakes, and tires. These improvements made motorcycles faster, safer, and more comfortable to ride. By the early 1920s, motorcycles were being used for everything from commuting to racing. The motorcycle quickly became a popular form of transportation. It was faster than a bicycle, and it was more affordable than a car. Motorcycles were also used by law enforcement and by the military. In the 1950s, the motorcycle industry went through a major change. The introduction of the Harley-Davidson Sportster made motorcycles more affordable and more accessible to a wider range of riders. The Sportster was a huge success, and it helped to popularize the motorcycle in the United States. In the 1960s, the motorcycle became a symbol of rebellion and freedom. Motorcycles were often used by outlaw biker gangs, and they were also popular among young people who were looking for a way to express themselves. In the 1970s, the motorcycle industry went through another major change. The oil crisis made gasoline more expensive, and this led to a decline in the popularity of motorcycles. However, the motorcycle industry rebounded in the 1980s, and motorcycles have remained popular ever since. Today, there are motorcycles for all types of riders. There are motorcycles for commuting, touring, racing, and off-road riding. Motorcycles are also used for recreation and for personal transportation. The motorcycle is a versatile vehicle that has changed the way we live our lives. It is a fast, fun, and affordable way to get around. It is also a great way to experience the open road and to enjoy the freedom of riding. Like and subscribe.